What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. During the live stream today, um, we talked about finance, we talked about Coinbase, we talked about the SEC situation and how they're just royally effing up every crypto investor and their portfolios and just kind of rug pulling everybody by doing the things that they're doing. But it brought up an interesting topic surrounding another exchange that I feel like should have been somewhat mentioned, and I'm glad it's not. Honestly, I'm glad it's not. And I don't know, maybe I'm putting stuff out there by saying this, and I hope that I'm not. But um, Coinbase and Binance are the two largest exchanges, right? They have billions of dollars worth of volume per day. Binance having a lot more billions than basically the entire like rest of the list if you go on Coin Market Cap. But Coinbase does have billions of dollars as well that goes through in volume in per day. And you have a crazy amount of people that are on the platform as well, seeing around 2 million visitors, like what, per day or something. Um, but there are other platforms that are also receiving a lot of visitors per day and receiving a lot of volume per day. Now, the reason why you have this attack and you have the SEC kind of labeling these exchanges as violating these securities laws, right, or having these allegations against them, is because they're selling or they're offering unregistered securities, right? Things like what they're saying is unregistered securities. I'm not saying that these are, but they're saying that things like ADA or Atom or Solana or Polygon or whatever is an unregistered security. Um, so that's where the problem is. And then they also list that BNB is an unregistered security as well. And that is the exchange token or coin. And as we think about this, we're like, okay, well, what other situations can we apply? Because you always want to find what you're doing wrong. You want to be able to get that definition and understand what falls under that definition. And it seems like there's a lot that falls under that definition. And if you're talking about the closest thing to BNB, you would think that crypto.com is probably the closest thing to BNB, where you see CRO that's really running a lot of things with that coin or token. And then you have people that are staking CRO. The crypto.com is receiving some value from the things that are going through it, right? New investors, has the stakeability to it. Just all of these things that really scream, hey, this may be, next for the SEC. It may be next on their list. So I wanted to talk about this and why I don't believe that CRO is in trouble. However, it may be mentioned in the end, but then also I'm not 100% sure if it will be. At this point, you would think that that would be next, that would be right after Binance. But since Coinbase came out and said, look, we're going to be trying to get an understanding and we're going to be suing you, we're going to take you to court, then the SEC was like, no, 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 we're going to take you to court. And now there's two lawsuits with, Coinbase, and then also having another one with BNB, and then having the long-standing one with Ripple. So honestly, it's a lot to fight, and that's why I really don't think it's going to happen. But let's get into some more details and talk about it. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. And if you guys want to check out some of the links that are in the description, definitely check out those links. that was a lot. Definitely check out those links in the description for different exchanges if you want to be a part of it. I know how people might want to refrain from being a part of exchanges because of everything that's going on, and not knowing who's going to be next and what we're going to see crash because of it. So I understand, but there are links down there if you want to start trading crypto, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, anyways, I put out a video earlier today, video right before this. I talked about Coinbase, and then how the CEO responded to the SEC suit, basically saying that this will be able to give them a clear understanding of what the rules are. Um, And right now, we don't have a clear, understanding or clear definition of what the rules are. The definition is there, but it's a broad definition to where multiple things can really hover under that umbrella, right? It's like having a beach umbrella to walk around the streets with, right? You're walking around with a beach umbrella, you can pretty much bring the whole sidewalk with you. Like you're covering the whole sidewalk at a time every time you take a step. Um, but we don't need that, right? We only need one umbrella to cover ourselves. We need to understand what's happening here. We don't need to find a way to protect every single scenario because we don't know what falls underneath that. Does that make sense? Um, anyways, you had Coinbase, you had Binance that has been sued by the SEC for allegedly, offering unregistered securities, and BNB being maybe an unregistered security by themselves. Now, that brought into discussion crypto.com. So if you go over to cryptocurrency, or what's it, coin market cap, I couldn't think of the name even though it's right in front of me, coin market cap, then you go to the exchanges, you're going to see Binance and Coinbase are number one, number two, right? You're seeing $10 billion that go through Binance, $1 billion that goes through Coinbase. And then you scroll down here and you're going to see crypto.com is number 18, where you see $128 million that goes through it. But you still do have a weekly visitors of 772,000 weekly visitors. It has its own coin in CRO. So it's sort of similar to what you would see with, Binance and BNB. And anytime someone makes that comparison, it's always like, well, what's crypto.com going to do? Even though a lot of people don't want to trade with everything that's going on there because of maybe the fees that they end up seeing. Sometimes you don't get them, sometimes you do. But this exchange, was the first to come out with breaking down a lot of their assets and showing that they are one to one, showing their reserves, and kind of set the bar for everything else. But it's not the largest exchange. So even if you still do think you have that comparison, and most people in the US will compare, Binance with crypto.com because of what they have to offer, it doesn't mean that this is next in line. Even though it seems like it may be next in line for you, it's not next in line. If anything, there's a lot of other exchanges, right? Well, Kraken already went through this situation, and they actually just said, you know what, we'll just pay the fine, and we'll settle around this. And it's not something where they went to go and try and fight anything. They completely, X their earn program, and that's because they don't want to have any trouble here. They don't want to go through this battle that now Binance and Coinbase are going to have to do. So honestly, to say that crypto.com is next, I don't think so. Anything could happen. I really don't think so. I understand CRO is a major player in my opinion when it comes to exchange coins. But you do see that you have KuCoin that could be an exchange coin, right? You have, BNB that's going to be at the main, chair, the main subject here. But I feel like it's just too much. If they start adding more and more exchanges, it's too much, and it's a kind of a lose battle for the SEC, because it looks like they are desperate even at this point. And if they start adding even more, it looks like they're even more desperate. But let me tell you this: I'm not I'm not going to say that the SEC will not do it. I'm not going to say the SEC will not sue crypto.com at this point, because I don't want it to happen, and I don't want it to jinx it and be the complete opposite. So, anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you agree on this. I got to get out of here. I got to go take some allergy medication, actually. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.